if we had 128 degrees, (128 degrees), 37 minutes, and 21 seconds. These do not last long. Okay. And that is the value, we'll say, of this angle right here. Okay. And I have three equal angles, right? We'll call this angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. I want, and this is 128, 37, 21. Okay, so I want to know if these three angles are equal. I want to know what they equal. So I can take this 128, 37, 21 and divide it, right, by 3. Okay, so how do we do that exactly? Well, the first thing that we've got to do, guys, is we've got to remember, just like we did multiplication, right? Yeah, each of this is its own units, right? So we want to divide each one of these by itself. So I'm going to take the 128 degrees. I'm going to start with that, right? 128 divided by 3. Okay, so it's 42 point, what is that, 6667. Okay, so how many threes in 128 is 42? Okay, so 42 times 3 is equal to 126. So 128 minus 126 is 2. Okay, so what I end up with here is 42 degrees and a remainder of 2 degrees. Okay, so 42 degrees and a remainder of 2 degrees. Right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my 42 degrees here. Well, this 2 degrees isn't divisible by 3, right? So what do I do with it? I still need it, right? So what do I do with it? Well, remember that every degree is equal to 60 minutes, right? We take our 37, okay, 37 minutes, and we want to add the 2 degrees to it, but we have to add it as minutes, right? So the 2 degrees is equal to 120 minutes, right? Each degree is 60 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take now my 37, so 3, okay, and I'm going to take my 37 minutes and I'm going to add the 120 minutes to it, right? So remember, 128 divided by 3 is 42. So 42 times 3 is 126. Subtract that from 128, I get 2 degree remainder. Write down my 42 degrees, take my 2 degree remainder and turn it into minutes. And then I add those minutes to the minutes in my fraction, in my my whole angle. So 37 plus 120 is 157 minutes, right? So now I want to divide 157 by 3. Okay, so 157 divided by 3 is 52 whole minutes. So if I take 52 times 3, I get 156. Right? So 157 minus 156 is 1 minute. So I'm going to take my whole minutes. I'm going to write them up here. 52 minutes. Okay? Now I want to solve my minutes here. Right? Seconds. Oops, I should have wrote that right. Okay? 21 seconds. There's 2 little dashes there. So I'm going to do the 21 seconds. And then I'm going to take this 1 minute that I had remainder, and I'm going to turn it into seconds, right? 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So I'm going to add the 60 seconds to the 21 seconds I have, which will give me 81 seconds. So I've got 81 divided by 3, right? Okay, so 81 divided by 3 is 27. Exactly 27. Okay, so as you can see, I start with my 128 degrees, 37 minutes, 21 seconds. And I want to divide that into 3 equal angles. So I do that by, I can show it here, 128, 37, 21, divide by 3. But I can't just solve it like that. I have to break it into its individual units, right? So I solve the 128, divide by 3, gives me 42. I write it. It's my whole number. Okay, and then I actually figure out what that is. So 42 times 3 is 126. So 128 minus 126 leaves me with a remainder of 2. I convert that 2 degrees, or I change that 2 degrees into minutes, right? Every degree is 60 minutes, so 2 degrees is 120 minutes. So I take my remainder, turn it into minutes, and add it to my minutes. So now I have 120 plus 37 gives me 157 minutes. Divided by 3 gives me 52, right? 52 times 3 is 156. So I write my 52 here, and then I have my remainder of 1 minute. Now I convert my 1 minute into seconds, right? Because I still have to solve my seconds. So 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So I will take my remainder of 1 minute, change it to 60 seconds, and add it to my 21 seconds, which gives me 81 seconds. Divide by 3, I get 27 seconds. So to do this longhand is important, right? And let's face it, you can take 128, hit the degrees, minutes, seconds button. 37, hit the degrees, minutes, second button. 21, hit the degrees, minutes, second button. Divide by 3, and you get 42 degrees, 52 minutes, 27 seconds.